So this piece is called Triangle, and it can be found in Vienna, Austria, at the Belvedere Palace. It was created by Kiki Kogelnik, who's an Austrian artist, and this is acrylic and oil on canvas. So the period of this work is contemporary. That's whenever it was made, but I do feel like it's kind of has a more pop art vibe, in my opinion. So the two women are just semi-nude, topless women, and they're looking back at the viewer while sort of like caressing each other. It's almost like sensual in a way. And then a patterned snake slithers up their bodies, and their faces are similar to that of the snakes, at least I think in the eyes. They all kind of look similar, all three figures, and I kind of think that almost gives it like an eerie look. It's kind of weird to me. But yeah, they're wearing pearl earrings and little Mary Jane heels, and the two women represent the artist's rebuttal towards traditional objectification of women in advertising at the time that this was created. So Kiki Kogelnik is an Austrian painter, sculptor, and printmaker. And she studied at the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts before she moved to New York in 1961. She lived in an era shaped by the space race and the Cold War, which fascinated her uncertainty of our bodies. Which fascinated her uncertainty of our new technology-driven future. In her work, she creates a world of abstract bodies that float around in vibrant colors and pop-like compositions. And many of her work draws on fashion illustration and just the portrayal of women in promotional media. So I thought that was really cool. The artist is a very empowering woman, and she has been, even in her time, whenever woman empowerment wasn't really that big of a thing, or it was, and it was just becoming a thing. And anybody that did believe in woman empowerment and was feminist were looked at like they were insane. So I thought that was really bold that the majority of her works are, hinting at that kind of stuff. So I really like this painting. I think it looks a lot more like pop art than contemporary, but it's a really cool piece nevertheless. I really like the use of cool tones in this piece because most pop art has, even though this isn't pop art, it's fucking contemporary. Even though it uses the cool tones, it's still looks like a pop art piece. A lot of her works are pop art and use these very big, bold, and vibrant colors, which I think is why I chose this one, because it was a lot different than the other pieces. It's a bit different than the contemporary we think of today. When I think of contemporary or modern art, or I don't even know if you can use those interchangeably, I think of really eclectic, culturally diverse, and just technologically advanced works. And they usually use a combination of materials to get their points across, but here she literally just used oil. I think that contemporary art is usually abstract, experimental, and often process-based as well. And I think that this piece is really eclectic, but I still feel like it looks more like pop art than anything.